Every 7th of July, Kenya celebrates and commemorates Saba Saba. This was a day where protests took place, a turnaround protest with Kenyans demanding for multi-party democracy. This was in 1990. Now, the protest had been banned by the government, and as you can imagine, during the protest, there was violence from the anti-riot police. But despite all these odds, Kenyans still gathered to seek their rights and demand for multi-party democracy. So this is a day we commemorate every year, and tomorrow being the 7th of July 2025, we as Kenya will be marking the 35th anniversary of Saba Saba. Now, you've probably seen on social media and you've probably heard that people are planning to take to the streets tomorrow in protest once again. One, to commemorate Saba Saba. This also happened last year, and two, to advocate against the atrocities by the regime and to advocate again for the rights of Kenyans. So we've had a lot going on, and honestly there has been a lot to get Kenyans agitated if you've been keeping tabs with what has been going on in the country. So people have had many reasons, and people still have many reasons to turn up to the streets tomorrow. With this background information, there are reports in recent hours that there are visible attempts from above to sabotage tomorrow's protest in different kinds of ways. One of those ways being preventing the youths who went to Diani for the Summer Tides Festival from coming back to Nairobi. Reports circulating on social media have it that the youths who are traveling back to Nairobi, or who are traveling back to Nairobi from Diani after the Summer Tides Festival, were blocked by police officers. The police officers reportedly refused to let them go and continue with their journey because they might attend tomorrow's protest, the Saba Saba protest. This is a tweet from activist Hussein Khalid, who says, "Now police are curtailing freedom of movement. Hundreds of youth from Nairobi who had attended the Diani Summertide Festival have been stopped at the Dongo Kundu bypass near Likoni, Mombasa. They were to catch the 2 p.m. SGR to Nairobi, but they have been stopped by police, who are saying if allowed to proceed, the youth will go to Nairobi and attend Saba Saba protests. Police have refused to release them, saying they are awaiting orders from above. This is absolute madness." Here's another Kenyan telling us that people of less than 25 years of age were not allowed to proceed.
Kiongozi, unaona bwana, hapa checkpoint hapa wanasema mpaka kesho ndio watu waende town. Mpaka kesho manze, wanasema mpaka kesho ndio watu waende town. Hata jamaa wanaenda airport hapa, imebidi ndege imewawacha hapa. Angalia jam mpaka kule, jam mpaka Ukunda bwana. Tuko hapa.
One netizen asked, somebody in their right mind authorized the blocking of Summertide revelers from coming back to Nairobi because they would participate in Saba Saba protests. What harm can 200 exhausted, jet-lagged revelers cause? You cannot cure diarrhea by stitching an anus. Remember earlier we mentioned that reports circulating on social media have it that different actions are undergoing, different actions are being taken to sabotage the protests. Ademba Alliance here is claiming that Nairobi MCAs have been given some money to organize Saba Saba tournaments in their wards, just to ensure that youths do not go to the streets. He says, and I quote, "Nairobi MCAs have been given 50k each to organize Saba Saba tournament in their wards to make sure youths don't go to the streets tomorrow. Goons are also being paid 1,500 each to infiltrate tomorrow's protests." Blogger Polo Kimani said to curb protest because it's clear it's Gen Zs who are protesting since they are jobless. Last week, NIS came up with a plan and it was decided that all youth who had applied for kazi mtaani wapigiwe simu wote and they'll be instructed to report to the chief office in the area they had applied, and that is tomorrow Monday ndio waanze kazi, and that's the trick they have decided to use to sabotage tomorrow's movement since they know most youth wako jobless. With these circulating reports and what we've seen so far, it seems tension is building. State seems to be on edge, while Kenyans seem to be determined for tomorrow's protest.
Kama lugha ya serikali inaweza sikia ni maandamano, Saba Saba tutoke nje.
What will take place tomorrow, we are still yet to witness, but do stay tuned for more updates and engage with us in the comments. Let us know what are your thoughts about the reports that we've talked about in this video and how these protests are being handled this far.